In this training video, I'm going to walk you through the steps for how to create interactive click-through designs in Flexitive. We'll be covering how to clearly name your designs, adding click-through URLs, adding background click-through URLs, and exporting interactive click-through designs from Flexitive. In Flexitive, you can easily create interactive click-through designs to help improve user engagement with your ads. Here's an example of our Adaptive Bean coffee brand company, where we have the first design displaying showing a video recipe of the coffee cake being made. And when we click through on this button here across all sizes, this is going to open up the second design, which has a carousel widget of images rotating through, as well as scrolling text for the recipe itself. And we also have two additional buttons, one which clicks back to the original master design, and another which goes through to the final landing page, which in this case is flexitive.com, but of course this would go through to your specific campaign landing page. Click-through designs can be built for websites through iframes or for display ads as live tags. The first step for building your interactive click-through designs is to, of course, build your first and second designs. In this case, I've already built out both of these in multiple sizes, so I won't be taking you through the design build itself, but if you do want any more information on how to build a design in Flexitive, you can refer to the Essentials playlist linked in the description below. So what we'll want to do is make sure that our designs are clearly named so that we know which is the first design that will load and which is the second design or the click design. So in this case, I have my design title followed by number 1 to identify this will be the first. And in the second design here, which is the coffee cake recipe, I've referred to this as a click design. You could also call this number 2 if you'd prefer, just keeping it consistent so you know which is which. The next step will be linking the designs. So in order to do this, I'll want to copy the design ID of my second design, and I'm going to put this first under the description. So I'm going to say links to, and then paste that design ID. Now I can come into the editor itself, and I can select any design size in order to open up the click-through URL. So I'm now in this 300 by 250, and I'm going to select that view recipe call to action button. Under the click URL, you'll notice here this already has the view.flexitive.com URL, which I will post in the description below. You'll need this in order to have this link through to the design. So after this slash, we're going to paste that design ID that we copied. And another important thing to update is by default, Flexitive will have the open end set to new tab. You want to click the drop down here and ensure that that says same frame. So same frame is what will allow you to have that interactivity, opening up the design in the same module. So ensure that that's set to same frame, and then we can click OK. Another click through that we'll want to add to this initial or master design is the background. We'll want to set a click-through URL here as well. So what I'm going to do is select background color, and then I can either click here or here to add my click-through URL. In this case, I'm going to just put the flexitive.com landing page, but of course this would be depending on where you would like to direct your campaign through to. And because this is my background URL, I'm going to have this open in a new tab. So this is the default, and you can see that at the top here. So then we can click OK, and we've done all of the URLs for this first master design. So now we can save this and minimize the screen. And what I want to do now is do the exact same process, but for my second design. So in this case, I'm copying the design ID of my first, and under the description, I'm putting links to, and then pasting that design ID. Now I can come into the editor of this second design, and we'll do the exact same process for the go back button. So it directs me to the first design. So clicking on the go back, under click URL, pasting the design ID, and ensuring it's set to same frame. I can then click OK. And if I wanted to add one more click-through URL to the view more recipes, I could do the exact same process that we did in the first design, having that landing page set to a new tab. But in this case, I'll just leave that as is. You can also have more than 2 click-through designs. So if you had a third design and you wanted that to go to the third design, you could also have that set up as well. So once we've made all of our updates, we can then save this design. And then I'm going to minimize this And we can now preview how that's going to look. So in this window, the exact same process that we did at the start of this recording, I'm going to click to make sure that this view recipe opens up my second design in the same window. I can also go back and ensure that first design is also displaying. When it comes to exporting my design, I'm going to go back into the editor of my first design and I'm going to first publish and then click on export. So now if I wanted to export these designs as display ads, I would tick HTML5 or toggle HTML5, add server DSP, and I'm going to choose the live file option. You'll need to make sure that your ad server or DSP supports live tags, and I've linked in the description below a support article which will have a full list of all of the ad servers that do support live files. So you'll want to ensure that that is part of this list. Then you can choose your sizes, and then you can download, once you've chosen an ad server, the file for each of these display ads. If you're exporting live designs for your CMS or website, you'll select the CMS option here, ensuring that live file is still toggled. You can then choose from the drop down below. In this case, we're just going to choose custom site. Select all of the sizes that you require, and then once you download the file as an XLSX, you'll be brought into this file here, and then you can then copy and paste the iframe and upload this into your CMS. For more information on exporting from Flexitive, you can refer to video 5, exporting designs for any size and channel, in the Essentials playlist, also linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please email support@flexitive.com.